Alright, so earlier on we drew this shape. Now we have to add a ribbon from this point down to this point, as you can see in this diagram here. To do that, we need to draw a 2D sketch, but we can only draw a 2D sketch on a plane being a flat surface. So this would be a plane, this would be a plane, but there's no plane showing up exactly where we need to draw our rib. So if I come up here to this tab that's called Plane, and I click the down arrow, I can offset from my existing plane. If I click on that, and I click on this surface here, I can now create a plane. You notice this orange arrow is pointing away from our project? That means that if I enter a positive number, we're going to have a plane show up on this side, where a negative number would show up on this side. So with our block being 30 wide, I'm going to type in negative 15, press enter, and there's a plane right on the center of our drawing. Don't worry that it's smaller than the drawing, we can correct for that later. Okay, so at this point I can click on Create 2D Sketch in the top left, come down here, click on our newly created plane, and now it's showing us a two-dimensional view of it. I like clicking up here on the home button. I find this view easier for me to draw off of. So the next problem is there's no point, there aren't any points here for me to snap to draw a line. So I need to add this point as well as this point down here onto this plane. And I do that through this tab here called Project Geometry. If I click on it, and I click on this plane, you see it appears, and then if I click on this plane, it appears here. Now that I've done that, I can click the line tool, I snap to this corner, I can bring it down, I snap to that corner, and I have a line. Okay, so at which point, I can open up this folder down here called Sketch 3. Below it, there's one called Projected Loop. I can right click and click Delete. Okay, I can also right click on the work plane that we created and click on visibility and make it disappear. At which point I can come up to the right corner, click on Finish Sketch. There's our sketch with this new line located here. Alright, so now I can come up here to the Create tab and click on Rib. Okay, so first of all, it's asking us a couple things. This first one here is asking to create a rib 90 degrees to a face. And the second one is asking to create a rib through a face. We're going to create a rib through the face. So we're going to click on the second one. When it's blue and it has a red arrow, that means that you need to pick the profile line. If I click on here, it shows the profile line. Alright. And now here it's asking for, right now it's defaulting to 7. 7 is what our thickness is. This here, it allows us to manipulate where our actual rib's going to go. Once it's in place, we can click enter, and there is a completed version of the drawing to our right.